Hey, what's up guys? It's Stack, and it's time to make your starter base self-sufficient. Let's build a super easy self-watering indoor farm with just a few materials. This can be built in any base and can be easily expanded. To start, you're going to need any planter box, and you can actually add up to 3 large planter boxes without adding any more materials to this system. You're going to need 5 small water catchers, or alternatively, you could use 1 large water catcher. You're also going to need a water barrel, a sprinkler, a light, a fluid switch and pump, a solar panel if your base doesn't already have one, a small battery if your base doesn't already have one, and an electrical branch. For all of these materials, if you have the blueprints, that's just 600 metal frags, 750 wood, 6 tarps, 1 tech trash, and 10 high quality metal. Keep in mind that you'll also need a hose tool and a wire tool, which together costs 4 high quality metal. Let's go ahead and let's get this thing built. The first thing I'm going to do is place the solar panel on the top of my roof of my base, and I'm going to face mine north. Now we'll go ahead and we will grab the electrical connection from that solar panel, and we're going to bring it down to a battery in our base. Try and keep our wires pretty clean here. So now I'll just grab the battery. And we'll set that down, go back to the wire tool. We should still have our connection from our solar panels, power into our battery. Now we'll go ahead and we will grab the electrical branch, and we will put that on the wall. And we actually need to set this to 3 because it's going to need 2 for our light and then 1 for our pump and switch. Now we'll grab our wire tool again, go from the output of the battery into our electrical branch. Alternatively, you could go from another electrical branch if you already have some stuff set up in your base. All right, and we can see that that is currently powered. So now what we can do is we can maybe leave that for now, and we'll finish setting that up later. We'll go up to where we're going to set up our farm, and this is going to be an indoor farm. So I'm actually going to set mine up, I think, just in one of these kind of closets that I have. I'm going to use a triangle planter box, but for this setup, you could use up to 3 large square planter boxes. You could use, like I could put 2 triangles here, it would work as well. You just want to put the light and the sprinkler in the middle of them. So if you've got 4 large planter boxes, you're going to want to put your, we'll just grab the light here. Let's say I have 1, 2, and then there's 3, 4. I'm going to want to put the light right up in the middle of all of those. But because I want to do a compact setup with just a few materials, we'll go ahead and we'll put ours in this closet here. So you can see I now have the planter box in the closet, so we can go ahead and we can also put the light above it here in the closet. Keep in mind we're going to need the sprinkler too, so put the light right there, and now we'll grab our sprinkler. And we'll get that in there. You might have to move it around a little bit so that it's not blocked by the light. Now because this is a farm, we really want the light on all the time, so you could add a switch to your system. But I'm actually just going to hardwire this light. So I'm just going to take the power in, and we'll try and keep our lines kind of tight here. I'm going to bring this down to the electrical branch. So we'll go from the branch out into our light. So when we go back upstairs, you'll see that our light is now on. So that is pretty much done, that part. Again, you could have added a switch so you can turn the light on and off, but you really don't need to since you're going to want it on most of the time. Since we're on this second floor, we can go ahead and we can set our water barrel somewhere. I think you could actually do this without a water barrel because the catchers will catch water, but the water barrel is really nice to have because you can refill with it, and it just works really well for the system. So we'll set that down here, and we can also set our fluid switch and pump somewhere down here on the wall. It's probably good to put it in the room of where your sprinkler is. Now we need to go on the roof and set down these water catchers. Alright, so up here, we're going to go ahead and put them down. Keep in mind, you may want to build walls a little bit around them later on. And this is something that can attract attention. So sometimes you might want to build a farm base for something like this instead of putting this on your main base. So once we have our water catchers placed, going to go ahead and we're going to grab our hose tool. And we basically need to pick, 1 water catcher that's going to kind of be the end of the line. And for that one, we want to put all of the water into. So we'll start with this one and we'll go water out. We'll just attach it and we're just going to put it to the water in of this one. Now we'll take the water out of this one, go to water in, and we're just going to go around and do this with all of them. And from the last one, we're going to grab it. We're going to bring it downstairs to our water barrel. So now our water barrel will start filling up with water. And what we're going to want to do is attach the water out from our water barrel into our fluid switch and pump. And now we're going to take the fluid output and we're going to attach that to the sprinkler. But before we turn this on, we actually need to go up here and we need to grab the pass-through from our ceiling light with our electrical tool and our wire tool. We need to go down and not click on, you'll notice there's toggle. You want to actually click on pump power. And boom, we have water. Now, we're not quite done yet because this water is actually going to run out pretty quick right now. We don't have enough to fill up this planter. So what you're going to want to do is you're actually going to want to turn this off. And what that's going to do is it's going to allow your water to back up in the barrel here. And you're going to really want to, almost wait until you can fill this entire crop plot. I suppose you could just leave it on and let it fill up too, but I find it's easier to wait for the barrel to fill up first. So that can be, a few rust days. You might even just want to go to sleep in a real world night, actually do that, and then come back and turn this on and it will water your crops. So you could grab some crops. We could say some berries so we can make some ore tea. So we could plant a blueberry seed here. Maybe a red berry seed here. You'll notice we have space for 2 more as well. And we would really be nice to get some fertilizer for this as well. So what we would want to do is we would want to make a composter. You'll notice it's 2 tarp and 200 wood. And you can set it down anywhere really. And you can put anything organic in here. Just drop it in here and it will turn into fertilizer. One of the most OP things to do is to just get a horse and lock it up somewhere and feed it some food, and it's going to poop a ton, and you will have fertilizer for the whole wipe. You just take your horse poop and you put it in there, like 100 horse poop in there, you're set. And then you just drop your fertilizer inside of the crop plot here into this area right here. But we've got water and we've got sun, and you'll notice that it is filling up. It's got 194 water now. Those 5 water catchers should do you well, to the point where your sprinkler might even shut off on itself, and this barrel will just start backing up when it's not needed. So, and if you ever want to turn it off, you can of course turn it off like that. And I mentioned you could easily add a switch in here. You could put that on the wall. Then you could disconnect the power in from your electrical branch, and instead connect that to the switch, to the power out of the switch. We'll connect the switch to the electrical branch. And now we can actually turn on and off our light. So if you log off for the night, you might want to turn it off. People might see the light in your base. Keep this turned off, log off for the night, then come back on, flip your light on, flip your water on, throw some fertilizer in here, plant some plants, and you are good to go. You can even shut the door. Look at that. You have a secure farm and your starter base where you could grow anything from food to berries to cloth, whatever. Doesn't matter, whatever you want to use it for. And hey guys, by the way, if you want to find out how to easily use the industrial conveyor with just a few materials to automatically fill your tool cupboard with extra materials so you don't have to just keep filling it all the time, check out this video right here. Super easy to do. I hope you find it helpful. Anyways guys, I'm Stack Runner. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.